All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about how to stop the madness, that frantic, reactive cycle of hiring. Today, we are going to architect an always-on talent pipeline. This is a system, okay? A system designed to build a team that's not just profitable, but truly durable and powerful.
So let me ask you something. A question that probably keeps you up at night. Your number one person, your rock star, the one who knows where everything is buried, they walk into your office tomorrow and quit. What happens next? Is it a calm, orderly transition, or is it just complete and utter chaos? Be honest with yourself.
And this right here, this quote, just nails the problem. You could be pulling in massive revenue. You could be the talk of the town. But if the whole show grinds to a halt because one person leaves, you're not actually running a business. You're living in a golden cage. It looks amazing from the outside, but wow, is it fragile.
So let's put on our doctor's hat for a minute and diagnose exactly what makes a business so fragile. Because you can't break out of the cage until you understand how the lock works.
The first part of the diagnosis is the most obvious and the most dangerous, the single point of failure. In the tech world, it's a server that if it goes down, the whole website crashes. Well, in your firm, it's a person. And if their absence brings everything to a standstill, you have found a massive, blinking red light on your dashboard. And not vulnerability, it comes with a cost. A very real, very painful cost we call the fragility tax. Now, you won't see this on your profit and loss statement, but trust me, you are paying it. You pay it every time you have to jump in and do someone else's job. You pay it in burnout. And you pay it in all the growth you can't even think about because you're too busy putting out fires. It really all comes down to two totally different ways of operating. On the left, you've got panic hiring. This is the default mode for most businesses, right? You wait for the disaster, then scramble to hire anyone with a pulse. And on the right, you have bench building, a proactive, always-on process that means you are never, ever caught off guard.
Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now let's talk about the cure. We're going to move from diagnosis to actually building the system. And that system is called the always-on pipeline. This is your escape route from the golden cage.
Look, this is the fundamental shift you have to make. You've got to stop being the hero who swoops in to save the day. That's leader manual labor. The goal is to move to the right side of this screen, systemic execution, where the system itself, governed by talent development, runs the show with or without you.
So what is this always-on pipeline? It's not just a cool-sounding phrase. It's a very specific dual-focus strategy. It means you are doing two things at once all the time. You're cultivating potential talent outside your company, and you are systematically growing the talent you already have inside the company.
Let's break that down. The internal piece is all about development. You use individual development plans, or IDPs, to intentionally close skill gaps and get your current team ready for the next level. The external piece? That's about cultivation. You're building a farm team, a database of great people you could potentially hire in the future so you always know who to call.
And here's the payoff. This is where it all clicks. When your bench is deep, when you have people ready to step up, a resignation is no longer a crisis. It's not a five-alarm fire. It actually becomes a strategic opportunity, an opportunity to promote someone great from within or bring in a fresh perspective. Your business can actually get stronger when someone leaves. Think about that. Okay, strategy is one thing, but execution is everything. So how do we actually do this? We need a concrete action plan. We call it the bench building exercise, and this is how you make the always-on pipeline a reality starting literally today. It's actually pretty simple. Just 3 steps. Step 1, figure out the gaps you have on your team right now. Step 2, create an individual development plan to close one of those gaps. And step 3, have a few informal 15-minute growth coffees with interesting people in your industry to keep that external bench warm. That's it. Simple, repeatable, and incredibly powerful. Now, the absolute key to making this whole internal development thing work is one specific tool. It's this artifact right here. The Individual Development Plan, or IDP. This is what turns vague chatter about growth into a real, concrete plan. And here's what one looks like. See how specific this is? You've got the team member's name, their target future role, but then here's the magic, the one specific skill gap holding them back, and a clear, measurable goal to close it this quarter. No more vague, get better at sales. It's complete 10 Argus models under supervision. This is what turns hope into a predictable outcome.
So let's say you do all this. You build a system, you develop your people. What's the real long-term payoff? Well, it's nothing short of a total transformation of your business, from a fragile house of cards to a truly durable firm. What's the first thing you'll notice? The two biggest constraints that choke most businesses, they just disappear. Stagnation, where your team's skills just never evolve, is gone. And panic hiring, making terrible decisions under pressure, that's gone too.
And the ultimate result? Your business, your platform, can now deliver for your clients with incredible consistency. It can uphold its service level agreement, its SLA, and generate predictable returns because its performance is finally decoupled from any single person on the team.
Okay, now it's time for the final challenge, a moment of truth. I want you to ask yourself 3 hard questions. First, the absence test. If your top ops leader quits tomorrow, and you were on a desert island completely unreachable for 30 days, would the business continue seamlessly or would it completely collapse? Second, the autonomy check. And this one might sting a little. Are you truly systematically upgrading your team's skills so they can operate without you? Or is your ego secretly hoarding all the important high-level work because it feels good to be the one with all the answers?
And last, the asset validation. Is your firm a real, durable, sellable asset, or is it just a fragile illusion, a high-income stream that is 100% dependent on your personal, manual labor to even exist?
The answers to those questions tell you everything. But the path forward is crystal clear. Build the bench, upgrade the talent, and protect the platform.